First of 9 small dogs to go then. From Huthwaite, a small village in Nottinghamshire, John Clayton and Mabel. Dog in a million. Training her always makes us smile. 7-year-old Jack Russell Cross Staffy. John Clayton and Mabel, and away we go. Low to the ground, tail wagging, tight twisting turn. Going well so far, up and down over the seesaw, has to make contact with the white at the end of it to remind you, has to go into the weaves from the right, neat, dainty, quick. This is a very good start for Mabel and John Clayton, faultless thus far. They're in good sync, these two, into the tunnel, in the right way, out the right way as well, up and down over the A-frame. It's looking good so far, the time 26.5. A fine opening round this. How about the dog walk? What's going to happen there? Perils at the end of it, touch the white perfectly. Another tight turn there. This is a tight twisting technical course, and a finish up with an absolute flourish as well. Picked up 5 faults on the way though, Graham.
Yep, that's a really, really great start. 40 seconds, good time, and as you can see, just missed it by the odd inch or two.
Sarah McLean and Milo. Graham, talk us through this round.
So off we go, straight 1 and 2, no problems at all. 3 comes round to 4, then they have to turn through the gap over the seesaw, that's avoiding the tunnel. And now this is a difficult weave entry because they come out of it on the other side, so she opts to do a blind turn out of the weaves, over the irons jump, and now twist and turn into the tunnel, having a pole down, so that's 5 faults, up and down over the A-frame. They must make contact with the white areas. This is going really well, and you can just see this is a super course. Over the dog walk, push around the irons jump. Now she's got the dog through the gap and around the back as they come to the tyre. What a great round that is. Really unlucky. Just the 5 faults there for Sarah. Really good time, 38.541.
All the way from Belgium, there we are, Nico Descamps, working Rouge, Border Terrier, 8 years of age. Okay. All the way from Belgium. So what it is, Kennel Club.
First international competitor here, Nico Deschamps, Belgium, from De Klinger in Belgium, with Roos, 8-year-old Border Terrier. Nico saying he loves agility and he loves his dog. Away goes Roos. Small dogs, there's just a little bit of hesitation then there, and unfortunately that is a disqualification. Just went off too quickly and a bit out of sync there, Graham, and an unfortunate disqualification for Nico and for Roos.
Such a shame. He's come all the way through from Belgium, but as I say, he'll learn from this. He knows it was his fault completely. It's never ever the dog's fault, Jim, let me tell you. You've either told them to do the wrong thing, which happened there, or they haven't understood the training. But he's going to have a good look at that tunnel.
And the dog, as always, will complete the course. Roos has no idea that things haven't gone quite according to plan, and they will, from this very generous crowd, will get a very generous round of applause at the end of it. Nico Deschamps from Belgium and 8-year-old Roos.
And there we go, just coming up now to where they got eliminated. You see, he just lost his bearings there, and it happens as quickly as that.
Another international competitor from Denmark, Rolf Klaskov from Copenhagen, with Rocky, 7-year-old Jack Russell Terrier, and there's another early disqualification there. Both our international competitors falling foul very early on here. Represented Denmark in Europe, these two, but things going wrong quite early, and completing the round reasonably sedately now, as though they know here, but perhaps we just go through the motions.
Well, yeah, as you say, you don't have to complete the round. If, having been eliminated, you want to leave, then that's entirely your prerogative, but most people take the opportunity to put in some carpet time, some practice, and it's good training for the dog. You'll quite often see people just take their foot off the accelerator a little bit and just say to the dog, no, you will get this contact. So he'll probably just make sure he stops the dog at the end, I would think. No.
And by the way, how often do you get the chance to run at Crufts in the main arena in front of 5,000 people? So cherish every single second.
Certainly not as often as I'd like anyway, but... and here we go, and the dog can't go over the jump. He just left arm came out and just pushed it around. Such a shame.
Alan Bray, been there and done that in this sport. with Tikita, 3-year-old working Cocker Spaniel on the international squad this year. These two, an absolute live wire is Tikita, and has to beat 38.5 and 5 penalty points. Sarah McLean up top there at the moment. Alan Bray.
Dog just having a sniff around there. There's lots of activities happening here, and quite often people will drop things, so just needs to get the dog focused, and he's away over 2, so he's got to take the dog around there and onto the seesaw, avoiding that tunnel. Must touch the ground before they get off, and pushes the dog round into the weaving post, lets the dog do the work, doesn't try to help it too much. Now he's starting to open this dog up now and just showing you what she can really do. This is the chance now to stretch your legs. Come on, Alan. Up and over that in the blink of an eye, avoiding the tunnel, into the tunnel at the right time now, over the dog walk. Can he keep it going? He just needs to keep it clear. There are only 9 dogs, I think it is. Round the back, towards the... Oh, dear.
Wow.
Alan.
Wow. Right at the end there, even the best, Graham, even the most experienced, that was heading for top spot. I think great affection between handler and his dog there.
But he knows it's his fault, not the dog. So the dog gets a fuss anyway, because it did exactly what he wanted.
Right, next to go, we've got Sue Payne working Willow. Working Cocker Spaniel,
Sue Payne with Willow from Havant in Hampshire, 6-year-old. First time at Crufts. Sue's never been here before, not even as a spectator. An absolute dream come true. Willow is Sue's first agility dog. What can they do? New ground. Just a little bit of confusion, but nothing lost except a couple of precious seconds perhaps. How about the wheeze? Not the quickest we've seen, but through and clear at the moment, and the time is decent. Got to pick up a bit of space through that technical area, a bit of the slight collision there between handler and dog. Oh dear. Oh dear. And that's an elimination again. Just got a little bit ragged just before it, and then Sue and Willow eliminated, heading for the tunnel. They will complete the round over the dog walk. Valuable experience, and Willow letting us know that he is around, and the end of the round and the end of another elimination, Graham.
Having a great time. You see here, she tries to get the dog behind her, the dog collides, no fault there because the judge said that it wasn't deliberate. Any deliberate assistance would be faulted.
Belmiro Sousa from Portugal with B, 4-year-old Sheltie, 38.5 and 5 penalties to beat. Good start. Seesaw is good. How about the weaves? Bit of a wide entry, but very, very quick through those weaves. That's excellent. This is good so far, 15 and clear. Tight swivel around there, and went, hesitated, still kept going though, no faults. Completed the course at one stage. I thought they were going to get disqualified. They are still alive, 27, 28 and clear. This is very, very decent from Belmiro from Portugal. Dog walk flying over that. No penalties. This is good. Oh, but now on poor Belmiro. Oh dear. Just as it was shaping up, just sort of peered over the precipice a couple of times there and eliminated right at the end.
Such a shame there. And she'd been struggling to get the dog tight all the way round, and that's why it just pushed off there towards the A-frame. Such a shame.
Next to go next year, obviously. Rachel Ward next with Shimmer, 6 years of age. 6 years of
Penultimate dog, Rachel Ward, Shimmer from Colville in Leicestershire. 5 penalties, 38.5 to beat. Very first agility dog for Rachel. First time at Crufts, stubborn and headstrong dog, but going pretty well. That's great style, lovely, lovely, dainty, elegant jumping style that Shimmer has. This is okay. Might not be the quickest, but it's okay, and it is clear. That was excellent over the A-frame, in and out of the tunnel. Dog walk looming. Dog walk is good. Here's the climax to it. It's still clear. It's going to put her right in the mix, this one. Brilliant clear round, 43.2 and clear for Rachel and for Shimmer. First time at Crufts, absolutely excellent. And Rachel moves to the top of the pile.
Really great performance here, great style by the dog. Used to see more miniature schnauzers than you do now, but shows you why they're so popular. However,
last dog, Bonnie Quick, won this event last year. Hugely successful domestically and internationally. Shelley, 6-year-old Jack Russell Collie Cross, 43 and clear is the time to beat, so keep a very close eye on that clock. Shelley looking good at the moment, clearing those jumps beautifully. Looking ahead to the next one as well. Great style, great speed, and faultless so far. Very quickly over the A-frame, too quickly. Penalty points at the end of that A-frame. Just missed the white landing point. Still going to be quick. It could well be the quickest we have seen so far. And there's more hesitation as well. Right at the end there. Well, 38.5 is the quickest we have seen from Bonnie. But unfortunately picking up those 5 penalty points en route. So Bonnie will have to be satisfied with a place in the top 3. Last year's winner will not retain her title this time round. So Rachel Ward and Shimmer, the winners. Sarah McLean and Milo in second place, and Bonnie Quick, who we've just seen, making the top 3. Well done, Rachel, the only clear round. Well, this is a little extra that we're seeing here. This is Justine Bowden. It will not count towards the competition. They've travelled a fair old distance to be here, and they're just having an exhibition run really around Crufts to experience the fantastic atmosphere and enjoy the experience of the cover. Justine Bowden, this is, so it will not count towards the competition, but well done the organisers for letting Justine great experience and a great exhibition. She was supposed to run this morning and didn't, and they're giving her the chance to run and to compete. A little bit clumsy going around there, but good to see Justine. Well done to the organisers for doing that.
Okay. Next to go we have
the first of 8 medium dogs. Liesl Plecker from Rugby in Warwickshire, not too far to go with Moody, Hungarian dog, very unusual, popular in Europe for agility. I'll ask Graham to tell you about this particular breed in just a moment. Little bit of hesitation and confusion going into the weeds, but it's 11 seconds and they're quick and clear as things stands are Moody, 4-year-old Nicky and Liesl Parker, making a very good start in the medium section of the British Open.
very biddable, these dogs. You don't see many of them in the UK at the moment. Quite popular in Europe, and you can see why. Very nice, clear round there. And that's going to set the cat among the pigeons, if I can say that at a dog show. 36.227 will give them all something to try and beat.
This is the James Brown that we know in agility, not the James Brown singer, you know. Okay, from Hinkley, local guy.
James Brown, No Songs Please, and Rogue, 3-year-old Cocker Cross Collie from Hinkley. Are we going to feel good about this performance? We shall see. Sadly not. Sadly not. That is an elimination, sadly, for James and for Rogue very early on. But he completes the round. having been eliminated. James will keep it going. And just have a look at how tight that technical twisting piece is before the end. Go through the tire there. James Brown and Rogue.
Yeah, really done. Trouble is, when they turn left here, the first thing the dog sees in its eye line is the tyre, and unless they're called off it, it's going to go through it. Unlucky.
She's qualified for 4 different events here at Crufts. She's got 4 different events.
Harriet, Harding and Izzy. Izzy's second time competing at Crufts this year. She's qualified for 4 different events. What a talented dog this is. 4-year-old working sheepdog from Cheltenham, these two. 36 and clear to beat. After this dog, we'll ask Graham to talk you through the round of the next one. But this is pretty good as well. This is fast. Any good speed low to the ground, up and down the A-frame is good. A lot of approval from Dave DeVille, the judge, but now an elimination just coming off that A-frame. Bit of hesitation at the end of the dog. Well, on you go. Tight right turn, then left, and then through the tyre to finish.
Such a shame here, because the dog's also looking at the tunnel, and she's desperate to keep it on the right side. It ends up pushing it around the back. Really unlucky there.
Michelle Johnson, bundle from France. On you go, Graham.
Yes, know this pairing. I know they're going to give it a really good go. It's a nice straightforward start, and unfortunately having the first pole down, which is never a good thing to do. And around now, she's got to turn left-handed, avoiding the tyre, because that's what's in their eye line. Nice steady seesaw, and unfortunately she gets off before the pivot point, so that classes as a refusal. So she's got to take it round again and has to complete it correctly. Into the weaves, and now we're out of the weaves. This is a quick part of the course as we come over the Iams jump. Now she's got to avoid the tunnel again, avoid the A-frame, across the other entrance to the tunnel, and now out and again, nice and quick over the A-frame. As they come off the A-frame, they've got both ends of that tunnel looking at them, and they've got to take the jump instead. Out now, this is the control area, they've got to touch that white area, nicely done. Push round, little technical bit now where they have to push round the back, collect the dog, does a nice blind there, and that's all there is to it. But unfortunately just picking up 10 faults there. Well done.
Michelle Johnson and Bundle. Crufts a dream and their ultimate goal. They know they can improve and will be back next year, I'm sure.
They're all the way from Germany. So again, they've qualified for KC International. And they're here from Germany to compete.
Another international competitor from Aarhus in Germany. Barney, 3-year-old miniature American Shepherd, and Suzanne Bonk. First time for Barney at Crufts. A very special dog, says Suzanne. Good style again. Went the wrong way, almost headed for the tyre, but got them back. Got him back over the seesaw. Not the quickest, but it's all clear so far. That is all important. Barney almost getting cajoled around that way by Suzanne. In and out of the tunnel. The A-frame gets a lot of approval from Dave DeVille. But again, that area, I think you pinpointed it, Graham, as well, coming off the A-frame and heading for the tunnel, causing an elimination. And so we have just the one clear round so far. That is Liesl Plecker. One clear round and 4 more dogs to go.
Very nice round of applause. As I say, just a little bit unlucky there. Up and over. Notice she's on the right hand side and she's trying to push the dog away from her and never quite gets there. Such a shame.
You're looking at last year's winners. Hayley Telling, individual jumping gold in the Europeans last year as well. Important member of the Great Britain team. And Teal, 4-year-old Shetland sheepdog, knowing 36.2 and no penalties. And there's 4 penalty points immediately.
Such a shame having that pole down. This is a class act, this pairing, and they're going to be around for quite some time to come. They've had an absolutely red-hot 18 months here, culminating in the medal at the European Championships the other year. We're going to see a lot more of them. Well trained, lovely, no time wasted at all. And what a tight turn that is. It's all about tight turns and good lines. Such a shame with that pole, such a shame.
Super round as well. It was the quickest, but looks like one of the more simple, straightforward ones. And just that trailing hind leg.
So next to go, we've got
5 penalty points.
Harvey, German Smith, 6 years of age.
Penultimate dog then, Marita Davison Harvey, 6-year-old German Spitz. Penultimate dog in the medium section. Still 36.2. Clear round is the target. Absolute character, this one. His 3rd year at Crufts, competed for Team GB 2 years running and going well here. Right up with the clock too, and clear. Well ahead of it is Marita. Frame. Yep, that's all fine. And avoiding that complicated tunnel, going in and out the right way as well. Dog walk, tail wagging. Yep, touching that white contact area at the end as well. Finale here. This is going to be close. This is going to be really close, but just outside it. Just a couple of seconds outside. 35.8.
Such a shame. You notice that all the way round that Marita was always in front of the dog. If you're in front of the dog knows where you want it to go. Really nicely handled. Such a shame to be just outside that really good time.
Yeah, 38.2 was the time. Last dog to go. Macca, Heather McLean from Ayton, Berwickshire up in Scotland. 36.2 and clear. Magic, this dog is called. We need that little bit of canine magic in. Great jumping start, by the way. Terrific tight turn. Looking really good. 20 seconds gone. Can they get round in 15 seconds? And what about that? So that's good. This is going to threaten it. Dog walk, great. Just a pause there. That could be costly. That could well be costly. And it's just very tight turn. Very tight turn. 37.1, and you pause and you hesitate and you don't win, you finish second, but excellent round.
It was really great effort there, and the reason she paused at the end of the dog walk was the simple reason that she knew she has to push the dog away from her. You'll see that she's just pauses here because she needs to get in front of the dog to push the dog around that jump, and that's where it's won and lost in tenths of a second, Jim.
We can't get them all in. All right. So if you can all move down, so we've got room on the end there, on the rows, anywhere around the arena. We need to get more.
So Liesl Plecker with a Moody, the Hungarian Moody, winning at 36.2. Heather McLean 37.1. All 3 clear rounds. Heather McLean and Magic. And few eliminations. That course was really tricky, but high quality competition in the British Open medium.